Hi, welcome to the 5-minute mark. Today I'll be recapping the movie Escape from Alcatraz in just 5 minutes. Watch out, spoilers ahead. A criminal named Frank is sent to Alcatraz, one of the most secure prisons in the world. It's on an island surrounded by cold, deadly waters. No one has ever escaped. But Frank isn't just any inmate. He's broken out of many prisons before. When he arrives, guards search him and send him to his cell. The next morning at breakfast, Frank meets Litmus, an older prisoner with a pet rat. He also notices an inmate named Wolf mocking him from afar, but he ignores it. Later, Frank is warned by the warden not to try escaping. During the meeting, Frank secretly steals a nail clipper and hides it in his Bible. In the showers, Wolf harasses Frank again, but this time Frank fights back. The others start to respect him. Frank spends time in the library and meets English, a sad but kind inmate who's lost hope. He also meets Doc, an old man who paints to stay sane. One day, a guard offers Frank a carpentry job, but soon Wolf returns with a weapon. Doc sees him coming and warns Frank, who fights back again. Both men are sent to solitary. 2 weeks later, Frank is released, and Litmus welcomes him with a message via his rat. Frank also befriends Charlie, a man in the next cell. One day, the warden sees a painting of himself and later orders all of Doc's paintings destroyed. Heartbroken, Doc cuts off 3 fingers in protest. That night, Frank sees a cockroach crawl out of an air vent in his cell. It gives him an idea. English tells him the real reason the paintings were removed. The warden didn't like how he looked. At another meal, Frank meets brothers John and Clarence, who knew him from another prison. They talk about how escape seems impossible because of the sea, but that gives Frank a plan. He'll try anyway. That night, he starts chipping away at the cement around his vent using the nail clipper. When guards pass by, he hides it in his Bible. English struggles to talk to his daughter during visiting hours. Charlie learns his mother is very sick and now wants to escape too. Frank shares his plan with John and Charlie. The sea air has weakened the cement. They'll scrape the vent, crawl through, and follow the pipelines. Clarence, who works in the clothing room, can get raincoats and rubber cement to make rafts. Frank realizes the nail clipper is too slow. He sneaks a spoon, trades food with Litmus for a coin, and makes a better tool by melting the spoon with the coin. One night, as Frank scrapes, a guard walks by. Charlie forgets to warn him, but English distracts the guard just in time. Frank starts doubting Charlie's reliability. Frank notices screws on the vent grill and makes a tool in the carpentry shop. A guard catches him with it, and though Frank lies about its purpose, it gets confiscated. Back in his cell, he uses another hidden piece from his shoe and opens the grill, finding a maze of pipes. The team starts making fake heads to fool the guards. John collects hair, Charlie gets paint, and Frank molds the heads using newspaper and cement. One night, Frank tests the fake head and climbs into the vent. He reaches the pipes but can't open the iron bars alone. Later, John and Charlie help, and they find the bars can be cut with a better tool. During music class, Charlie spots an old fan. He trades food with Litmus, hides the fan in an instrument case, and sneaks it back. Frank turns it into a cutting drill. One night, they cut through the iron door. It's noisy, but the guards don't notice. The escape path is ready. They plan to leave Tuesday night. That morning, Frank places a chrysanthemum flower in memory of Doc. The warden crushes it, and Litmus collapses from a heart attack. The warden then orders Frank and Charlie to switch cells the next morning. Later, Wolf is released and tries to attack Frank again, but English stops him. That night, the escape begins, but Charlie panics and stays behind. Frank, John, and Clarence continue the plan. Later, Charlie changes his mind and runs to the pipes, but it's too late. He can't reach the bars alone. Frank, John, and Clarence crawl through the pipes, avoid the searchlights, and reach the wall. They climb down, run to the shore, inflate the raft, and disappear into the sea. The next morning, everything seems normal, until a guard pulls back Frank's blanket and sees the fake head. Alarms go off. Boats and helicopters search the area but find nothing. The warden is notified and comes to the island. He sees the chrysanthemum and orders the guards to tell the press the escapees drowned, but deep down, he knows they made it. To this day, their bodies were never found. Frank Morris became the man who escaped Alcatraz and possibly got away with it. And exactly 1 year later, Alcatraz officially shut down. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this recap, leave a like and subscribe for more 5-minute movie breakdowns. I'll see you in the next one.